my name's Charlotte and welcome to Crafting with Character, the series where I invite one of my friends over and we show you how to create a fun craft that you might want to try at home with things that you should have around the house. So without any further ado, shall we see who my friend is today?
Well, hi everyone, and hi Miss Charlotte. I'm so excited to do some crafts today.
Well, thank you for joining me. Do you have any idea what we might be making today?
I think I might have a little idea. Are we going to be making lanterns?
We are! So today we're going to be teaching you how to make your very own lanterns.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
So they do look tricky, but they are easier than they look. So what we're going to do is, if you pass me a piece of paper.
Oh, of course, there you go.
So the easiest way to do this to make sure that your lantern is a good size, obviously you can have big lanterns, a little baby lantern.
Oh, that's adorable.
I love this one, it's so
That's a pastel sized one.
It is. So, but I find the easiest thing to do is to take a piece of paper, an A4 piece of paper, and fold it in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half, and then you'll have this half and I'll have that half.
Oh, okay.
So this is made with just half an A4 piece
just
of paper.
Just half?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I'd love to see what one with a whole piece of paper would look like.
Oh, that would be a big one.
It would. Maybe that could be one that we could set off when the lanterns go off.
Perhaps. So, here we go. Now, obviously these ones, they don't have any design on them. So what we can do is draw a design on it now if you would like.
Oh yes, please.
So the best thing to do is probably to draw a big design and a swirly design and a multicolored design, because obviously we're going to be cutting parts of the paper away. So you don't want to draw a really beautiful picture and then have half of it missing.
Of course, of course.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to decorate our paper now. And then once we've decorated that, we'll show you how to make the lanterns. So we've just finished colouring in the outside of our lantern. So as you can see, I did a very big design, so just in case I didn't want to draw anything too intricate, in case I cut it out. And obviously you decided to go for a more spaced apart design. That actually is so pretty, it looks like the flowers in your hair.
Oh thanks, I thought it would.
So now what we're going to do is we want to try and colour in the inside of the lantern. Okay. So that if you get a yellow or an orange pencil, crayon, highlighter, maybe even paint if you're feeling adventurous, if you flip this over to the plain side, you will be able to colour it in, and then once we fold the lantern, it will look like the lantern
is glowing.
It's glowing inside, that's right. So we're going to do that right now, and then after that we'll show you how to make the lanterns.
So we just finished drawing on our colors for the flame of the inside. So I used an orange and a yellow for a really nice glow.
And I used a light yellow and a dark yellow for more of a lighter glow, as it were. So now what we want to do is we want to place the fire side, the glowing side, the inside, whatever you want to call it, we want to face it up. And then what we need to do is we need to fold it in half.
Okay.
So we need to fold it so that the long side folds over to the long side.
So we're going to make a really long rectangle.
That's right, that's exactly right. So we're going to fold that like that. So it looks like that. Excellent, wonderful. So now what we need to do is, so you've got an open side here and a folded side here.
Yes.
Have the folded side towards you. Perfect. So if it's a mouth, the mouth is facing away from you.
It's like over here.
That's right. So there's not that much measuring, it's not that technical, but there is a tiny little bit of measuring in this. So get yourself a ruler and a pencil, and from, let's say, the top lip, this is the mouth, you want to measure 2 centimeters down, and just put a dot to mark that. Because then what you want to do is you want to swivel your ruler around and draw a line on that 2 centimeter mark. So I don't know if you can see, but I've measured 2 centimeters down and draw a line across that way. Then what you need to do is, where you've put that little dot, that 2 centimeter one, draw the line down. So draw the line from that line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So once I'm done with this ruler, you can give it a go, and I'll just reiterate. And you want to make sure that you do that on both sides, just so that your lantern is even. And that's it, that's all the measuring there is. So I'm gonna pass that to you.
Thank you. So I'm gonna measure from the mouth.
So you're gonna measure from the open side.
2 centimeters down.
2 centimeters down.
That, and then
Perfect.
do the ruler like this.
And then you're gonna turn the ruler that way so you can draw the line that way.
A line across that. And then
Perfect.
I'm gonna
And then you wanna
measure
measure
2 centimeters
2 centimeters in on one side.
and draw
Draw a line down like that.
down. And do exactly the same on the other side.
2 centimeters in this side and draw it down. Perfect. So why don't you show everybody yours, because your design is not as crazy as mine. So you should be able to see that the line goes that way and then it goes that way. So now what you can do is, if you want the side of your lantern, the cutaways, to be evenly placed, you can measure and draw lines to cut along the lines, or you can draw freehand.
I'm gonna draw freehand, I think.
So are you going to draw and then cut along the lines? Or are you going to cut freehand?
I'm gonna draw my lines and then I'm gonna cut, but I'm not gonna measure them. So they're gonna be whatever size they want it to be.
I'm just going to cut them. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut, but only cut up to the line. The line that we drew that's 2 centimeters down. Do not cut past that. We need that. We need that line. It's very important. So as I said, you can either cut freehand, or you can draw them freehand like you're doing, or you can measure them if you'd like to be precise. Obviously you can cut the lines really close together, you can cut them really far apart.
So the line that I made with the 2 centimeters, am I cutting that one?
No, do not.
I do not cut the
one.
first one, but I cut the one next to it.
Absolutely correct.
And then after I've cut that line all the way up to that line, I miss out that one and I cut the next one.
No, cut every
Oh,
line.
I cut every line?
That's right.
Oh, but I just don't cut the lines.
Don't cut your original two lines on the side,
Oh.
but make sure you cut every other line down there.
Okay.
So obviously if you space them far apart, they will look like that. If you space them very, very close together, they will look like that.
I'm done.
Perfect, so now that we've cut that,
They're like little things you can put at the end of your dresses.
they're like ruffles.
That's exactly what they look like. Ruffles.
So now what we want to do is we need to fold every other ruffle over, not including your big one.
Okay.
So not including the big one at the end.
And I'm folding it towards the open mouth.
Yes.
So he's gonna have teeth?
Effectively, yes. So I'm actually just going to do that. So it should look like that. See how every other one is folded? That's right, so what you can do is you can cut that line.
Well, I can cut that one because I have an odd number of ruffles.
That's right, so what I would advise doing is not cutting the big section, the original lines that you drew, but as you can see, we needed to. It just means that this little bit at the back that you stick together will be thinner if you cut them.
Oh, that's fine.
So, they're all folded over. So now what we need to do is we need to snip them off.
Oh. Okay.
But don't throw them away, you want to keep them. So you want to try and get it as close to the line as possible, but obviously, don't Perfect, so it should look like that.
There we go, I got it.
Perfect, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open it.
Ooh.
So it should look sort of like a ladder.
It looks a bit like a cell.
Or like a present.
Let me out!
That's a good one. So what we're going to do now is, so we had it like this, we're going to fold it round like that. So,
Oh my goodness.
so you can see how
It's starting to look like a lantern.
It is, so we're just going to get some glue. And what you want to do is you want to glue the sides that will fold it round. So fold it round and see how it will fit together. So as you can see, my small end's going to go over here, so I'm going to glue that.
Oh, see, because my end goes like that, I'm going to glue on the top of my small end so it goes in like that.
That's a good idea. So we're just going to put some glue on the end there. Thank you. And then we're going to fold it round. And back should look like that. Ta-da! And now, very gently, just push it together, just like that. Perfect, so our lantern is almost done.
Almost.
Now, do you remember the little pieces of paper that we cut out from here?
I do, they're right here.
So, select your favorite one.
Oh, my favorite one. I really need to look. I'm thinking the one with the flower on.
I quite like one of those too.
That's what I was thinking, Miss Charlotte. I think that one.
So, put a little bit of glue just on the end there, and then on the end there, and then fold it over and glue it in there, because this is now the handle of our lantern.
And I can put it anywhere in my lantern, right?
Yes, of course. As long as it's in the top, you don't want the handle to be at the bottom.
Oh, of course, that would be very silly.
And then you can hold it like that. See?
We have lanterns!
And you can obviously see that your design is still there.
Yeah.
And you can see all of the glowing colours inside.
It's very glowing.
So obviously, this is technically the back where you've glued it. So spin it around. There we go, so everybody can see the front. So if you're going to display them, I would personally display them this way, unless of course the back has a very, very beautiful design.
Oh yeah, that's where you can see the most of mine.
Exactly. So obviously, as we said, you can do it with crayon, paint, pencil, whatever you want.
Watercolors?
Or watercolors, that's a good idea. Or you can do it just with plain paper or just a single coloured paper. If you have pink paper or purple paper or blue paper, you can make the cutaways as big or as little as you like. Or alternatively, if you pick up that one next to you,
oh my goodness!
if you have any wrapping paper, you can use some wrapping paper. So perhaps next time we could use some of this wrapping paper.
We could, that would be so much fun.
And obviously you can see that this one has a very, very long handle, that one has a smaller handle. So you can make them in all different shapes and sizes. It is completely up to you. Your options are as varied as your imagination is, really. So that's how you make a lantern. We would absolutely love to see your lanterns,
oh my
obviously.
Yes.
It is sometimes a little bit confusing to try and explain. So if you do need some help from an adult, just ask them, or perhaps rewind this and take time to pause and really take your time to make these, because once you know how to make them, they're so easy to make.
I think I'm going to show the whole kingdom how to make these, and we might set these ones off instead next time.
I love that idea. That would be wonderful.
And then we can all spot whose lantern is whose.
And you would be able to spot because all the designs would be different.
Exactly.
So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Miss Charlotte.
And thank you for joining us today, and I'm sure we will see you again very, very soon.